be a part.
What's up, guys? We're here with Danielle, and we are talking NBA 2K23. You recently got into the game since NBA 2K.
The road in the NBA can be a very unfriendly place, but this group of players showing no fear as they arrive at the arena earlier on. Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. fell to 14th in the 2018 draft. Some team doctors worried that his back injury was so bad he might never play again. A few years later, he's not only playing, but Coach Mike Malone said, "I think he has a chance to be an all-league talent." And in talking to Porter, guys, that's clearly on his to-do list.
Well, he's got the right coach, and he is a terrific young talent. That's a pretty good match. David, thank you. In the second half of February now, the power rankings have lots of statistical analysis to pull from. Taking a look at Toronto, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think Denver, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Lee, and it's Nikola Jokic. And there's Gordon, and it's Porter at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Prince, and it's Edwards in at the small forward. When you know you're on a championship contender, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated, and also loose and light in that locker room, so it does matter.
Here is Russell. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Murray with it. He's picked up by Russell. And Lee with the stuff.
Boy, slick pass by Murray. He makes such an effort to create for his teammates.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. Lee gets the bucket. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Denver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lee's got 9.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Knocks it loose. And there's the drive. And Lee with the stuff.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Having another steal. And that's... Is that beautiful?
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Maverick.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he has been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Here's Russell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Prince kicks to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. And Gordon over to help. Shot clock at 6. Prince wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Lee gets the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. And you watch Porter, unbelievable potential. He makes some plays that just leave you shaking your head.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. So it's the Timberwolves now, trailing by 13. He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Lee outside, and again Denver with the triple.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Here he goes, and Lee with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Prince, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Russell. And the team has talked, Greg, about having high hopes for Porter. What does he need to do, though, to reach that next level?
And frankly, more maturity is going to lead to greater consistency. He missed his only season in college, missed his first season in the NBA, and this guy's still making up for lost time.
Now here's Towns. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
What opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
And here is Morris. After Malik Beasley made that last three-pointer. Shots good by Lee.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Timberwolves trail by 20. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Lee with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for Malik Beasley. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Lee. Lays it up off the glass. Lee's got 33.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And another steal for him.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Lee with the steal. The tray. And again, Denver with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Will it go? Vanderbilt misses. Last outing for Denver. He got it again. Sensational.
Another night, another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
Greg, you're right. He is edging ever closer to the second-place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark of 37 firmly in the rearview mirror, he is now marching towards Wilt's 1963 mark of 52 games of 40 or more. Just a legendary season.
And so it's Denver, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Green. Will Barton is out there with Gordon, and there's Maverick. Jacks up a three. Another three for Denver.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Good on the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And so it's Denver, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Looking at Denver, Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
They score very effectively. With the exceptional ball movement and play calling, they were able to exploit multiple weaknesses in the defense. They've got to feel good about themselves running out to a huge lead.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Beasley on the wing along with Edwards. Prince out there with Towns, and it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And although he's a little undersized as a shooting guard, Beasley is still a great rebounder.
Yeah, and can regularly hit double-digit totals in that area. Very quick to the ball. Always nice to have a great rebounding guard.
Towns finds Russell. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And getting very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest. And you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
And you look at Edwards, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number 1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And we're getting closer and closer to having our contestants determined. So be sure to stay tuned as we'll be bringing you updates very, very soon.
And partner, if we had the contest today, I'd be happy with the group we have right now.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And another one falls.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. They get a hand on it, nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Another one goes. Incredible. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
For Denver, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Free throw good, Lee. Here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Poked loose. He kicks to Edwards. Beasley with a clean look. Drills the three-pointer. Beasley's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Timberwolves.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lee gets the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
He swipes the ball away again. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Jokic trying to free himself up. Shots good by Lee.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front when you look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Another bucket! Wow!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Here's Towns. Beverly against Lee. The pass to Edwards to halt the run, and he hits the jump shot. Edwards got his first 2 points of the night.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
And another one! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Lee, and it's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2". Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to Towns. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Towns has got 6.
Not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Here's Lee, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Lee with the steal. Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Knocked away. Lee with the steal. Launches it. And another one falls. Amazing.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And so it's Denver, able to put on a show for the ages. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Green. Monte Morris is out there with Lee, and it's Rivers. It's Najee in at the center, filling out the middle.
Real good patience inside from Monroe, seeing an opportunity to score inside and just taking advantage of it.
Rivers dishes to Lee. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Wow. What can you say?
The Timberwolves shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Pass to Layman. To the inside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Shots good by Lee. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
From outside the arc, and it's Lee, that time on the assist by Morris.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Timberwolves have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's McLaughlin. The drive by Monroe.
Greg Monroe is really good at positioning himself down low. I mean, he's definitely a threat to throw it down on you whenever he's near the basket.
There's Lee with the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And, guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Well, you really put your defense in a tough spot. You compromise your defense when you fumble the ball away like that.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Yep, that one goes.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now here's Monroe. Here's Noel. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Noel. And it's off the back rim. No good. There's Lee with the three. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Lehman. Monroe outside. Ball's knocked loose.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Denver.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a four-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Maverick.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
He was all alone on that one. McLaughlin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Lee gets the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's McLaughlin. Monroe, the pass to McLaughlin. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Off target from outside. Here's Lee driving to the basket. And Lee with the stuff.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And this is like another kick.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league. Back-to-back's a part of the league. So rest up and focus in and be ready for tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Hey, Boogie, nice job. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
The Jazz coming down the tunnel earlier, ready to do battle on their home court. A beautiful look at the lights of Salt Lake City, our setting for tonight's broadcast. Welcome to another Groundhog Day NBA game. Shadows or not, it's time to get it going. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Brian. Nikola Jokic said, quote, growing up in Serbia, I fell in love with basketball. Playing professionally at 16 years old, I developed fast. Now, when other players pull me or grab my leg, I love it. That's how we played in Serbia. Not fighting, but just the passion. I don't want basketball to just be a job. I want to keep that passion. Brian?
Great stuff, Allie. Thanks. And a chance here to check out some stats for Donovan Mitchell.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Lee in at the 2 spot. And for the Jazz, the backcourt, it's Conley and Mitchell. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the 3 slot. And these teams both look to push the tempo in transition. Brent, what's the most underrated component of success with that style of play?
You got to have rebounders, BA, guys who are willing to go in there. And if those guys who are gathering anything coming off the rim have the ability to bust out with the dribble, man, that gets your pace going.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset. Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Knocked away.
Oh, man.
Nobody is stopping that.
Way up there in the rafters.
Insane.
What a finish.
He wasn't satisfied just laying it up. He had to put something extra on it.
I can't believe what we just saw right there.
This can deflate the other team. They need to answer back strong.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cams. Bogdanovic passes to Clarkson. Outside Conley. Can they get it? Hits the trifecta.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
A good picture of how these teams have played coming into February. You take a look at the Raptors. They're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
You know, right now for the Nuggets, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
Here's Lee. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Murray brings the double. There's Bogdanovic with the 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
And the wrist injury for Bojan Bogdanovic set him back a little in recent seasons. Remember, he had surgery in 2020 and slowly returning to form now.
And he makes them better. I mean, great skill level with size, a floor spacer who can also create his own shot off the bounce.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting defenders on their heels.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 3 out of the gate. Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Here's Lee. The 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Lee's got 19 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
There's the double team with Porter looking to end the run. And Conley with the 3.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Here's Lee. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 22 points for him.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Pass to Gobert. To the inside. Clarkson. And he converts the layup.
He's gotten to the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
The Nuggets have gotten all 8 shots to go. They are red hot. Murray from outside. The 3. And the basket by Lee.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now here's Clarkson. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. Right side Conley. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Mitchell. Connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 6 points.
It does a lot for their spacing when Mitchell's draining threes. That's what they want from him. He can really open things up for their bigs inside. They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And Utah calls time here. And a huge part of any NBA team's success is health, especially as we've moved to the middle part of the schedule.
Well, we know injuries are a part of the game, and they shape every NBA season. Unfortunately, they can end a team's season at any moment.
Going with an almost entire new group here. Whiteside, he's checked in for Gobert. Pascal comes in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Butler is subbed in for Conley.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is gonna stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Mitchell. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Gay's checked in for Utah.
Rudy Gay.
Here's Gay, averaging around 6 a game. Butler passes to Whiteside. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Another steal. Here's the break. Lets it go from 11. Basket's good.
It's just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Mitchell. He has 6. Knocked loose. And here comes the break. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Lee. And the three-pointer goes. Lee's got 39.
Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
Gay, the pass to Mitchell. Here's Lee. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
It just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's Denver with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. Back after this. And even playing in Utah, Donovan Mitchell has earned national recognition, but he's not letting it go to his head.
At the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball and be the best teammate and best player that I can be. I'm not trying to make this about me. This is team basketball. At the end of the day, we're doing good things, and we just got to keep it up.
Saying all the right things, Grant. Mitchell putting the team first.
Growing up around pro baseball with his father working in the majors, Mitchell saw how those stars carried themselves.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
On the court for Denver, they've got Will Barton, and it's Lee in at the shooting guard position. Utah has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. From deep. Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Lee's got 53 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Utah calls time here. Well, you were Rookie of the Year back in 1995, Grant. For young guys coming into the league, how difficult are expectations right out of the gate?
Well, rookies these days are way younger than when I played. I mean, I was 22 my first year in the league after 4 years in college. So, I think we have to give these young players time to develop and learn how to become great in the NBA.
For Utah. And so it's Denver liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. And the 3-ball has been huge in building this lead. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm here alongside Coach Malone, and Coach, a strong first half for this team. What was clicking for you?
I love that ball movement, taking care of the ball, and that's something we've been harping on. Make a play for somebody else, and I thought we had many examples of that.
Got to help yourself. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Nuggets, Kenny, how'd you see it?
And the game plan they went with was very clear. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high percentage shot. And because of this assertive attitude, they've got the edge where it counts on the scoreboard.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage. Oh, that's not going to cut it, honey. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Murray. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. The backcourt, it's Conley and Mitchell. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Gobert in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, we know this about Jamal Murray. He is not shy of letting that thing go. He said, quote, anyone that knows me knows this. I'm going to take the last shot. I've always believed that, envisioned that, dreamed that, and practiced that. And I'm going to make it. Guys, there's no denying that confidence.
Well, it serves him well, right, Allie? Thanks for that. Now here's Gobert. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Again! What an avalanche!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Got a piece of it. Here's Lee. Check by Mitchell. Gets the 3 to fall. Lee's got 11 points here in the second half.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Shot to stop the run. Gordon pulls it in.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish. And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now here's Clarkson. 7 points in the game. The drive by Porter. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
On the wing, Mitchell, covered by Jokic. And out of bounds, Denver will have it.
Well, despite all he's accomplished, Donovan Mitchell hasn't escaped criticism. Those saying he doesn't have what it takes to get to the next level. I'll tell you what, he's not letting it faze him, though.
And how about the mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sends shockwaves into the opposition sails.
The Nuggets have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. And Grant, you talk about that criticism. Mitchell says he's fueled by it. But, you know, it's not all hate. There's a lot of people saying Mitchell is Dwayne Wade 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, both super athletic combo guards. Mitchell at this point is a better outside shooter. Wade a better passer and defender. Look, I'm still taking Wade, but Mitchell is every bit of a star player in this league.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Here we go. Moving it up. Murray with it. He's picked up by Conley. And the basket by Lee.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row. Outside Mitchell. The kick out to Conley. Oh, and again,
It's the Jazz from deep.
That's great court awareness. Mitchell's just reliable at noticing when his guys are uncovered.
Good. Another from three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the third quarter here. Gobert, no good. Gobert's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Good! That's another bucket!
Incredible! 81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Pascal, he's checked in for Gobert. Gay comes in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Butler is subbed in for Conley.
One shot.
Utah's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Yet another steal from him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Off the charts indeed, B.A. I mean, he's just taking the ball away with ease. Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence. And at any level of basketball, the turnover differential can make all the difference.
Another steal in transition. Here they come.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Najee. From behind the arc. Another one goes. Incredible. That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Knocks it loose. Lee on the wing. Butler covering. And he makes it.
All these turnovers keep them at a constant disadvantage on the defensive end.
And here's the fast break. Pushing it up now. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Barton likes to get fancy out there. He gets to the rim that time in a great throwdown.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And, B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Here's Lee. And it's good. He hits another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Checking in for the away team.
Rudy Gobert's checked in for Utah. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Butler. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Nuggets.
They haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They've been the aggressors.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
On the court for Denver, we've got Jamal Murray. Nikola Jokic is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Monte Morris. And it's Lee in at the 3. The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth.
Get out of the way!
Wow! Boom! He jams it straight down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Utah's gotten just one of their 4 threes to go here in the fourth quarter. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. So Utah going with an almost entire new group.
Substitution on the court.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pass to Lee. Takes a 3. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists in the game. Well, the Jazz shooting just around 45% in the fourth. And here's Pascal. Outside for Mitchell. They need this. Sends it home from three-point land. Mitchell's got 7 now in this quarter.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this...
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Lee gets the three ball to go.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Another steal. Let's go with a three. And again for three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And a slam dunk by Pascal.
Over his career, Mitchell has developed his playmaking for others, a great skill to have.
Here's Lee. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
That's tipped. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And out of bounds, Denver will have it.
To the away team. Coming onto the substitution on the court, shooting for the away team, Will Barton. One shot.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing.
Ooh, poked away. Now Conley. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joker, this team sits atop the Northwest and continues to find success against your division rivals, as we saw tonight.
That was one of our goals when we started the season. First, of course, the playoffs. Second was to win every game as possible in the division. So we're trying to do that.
It's great to see the goals start to come true. Thanks so much, Nicola.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Berry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Well, it looks like you had a great time out there at Summer League.
We had a blast, but it's time to get back to the studio because we've got a game to finish.
Ooh, 2K20.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're 1 single unit. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Devontae Graham.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The talented front court pair is Ingram and Williamson. C.J. McCollum out there with Jones, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. And for Denver, Jamal Murray is out there with Lee, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Green in at the 4 slot. And 2 conference rivals squaring off tonight, Steve. This has the feel of a playoff game.
Kevin, these teams have had their battles in the past. It's always fun to see them match up.
Lee, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Lee with the steal. And they're on the break. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Fires the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
He takes it in, and Lee with the stuff.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And we'll take a chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, Maverick.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Lee with the steal. Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Drops in the tray.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Nance passes to Graham. Doubled by Lee. Nance with no one around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Nance has got his second basket of the night. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Lee outside. Another 3 for Denver.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence. And he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
That's tipped. Lee with the steal. Driving the lane. And Lee with the stuff.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Lee's got 26 points.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3-ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
And so it's Denver holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Pistons in Detroit. They've got Nikola Jokic, Lee out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
You might get in trouble if you blow that. He nailed it.
He did, didn't he? It's worth the risk when the payoff is so good.
At least on an entertainment level, even if you're rooting against him, you have to appreciate the effort.
Graham against Morris. Three-pointer. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Morris. And that's 31 points for Maverick.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Graham. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Lee gets the bucket.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. And that one drops. Lee's got 36.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly sometimes how things get chippy. And as a player, Greg, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. And in reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things. And at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally.
Both teams making some changes here. And that'll do it for the first half. Nuggets lead by 15. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Nuggets, Kenny, give us your tip.
They're getting everything they could ask for at the perimeter. Finding open shots, making the defense look foolish, honestly. You don't like to say that, but that's what they're doing. But that defense has to adapt. The threes will just keep coming down if they don't.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
First of all, where's the intensity on this? The team is talking like this. You at least try to put a stop to it. Nope. They keep giving up open looks, letting the league get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pelicans trail by 15. So the Pelican 5 right now. Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Jones is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Ingram at the small forward.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to Williamson. Now here's Ingram. It's McCollum on the wing. 5 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open teammate and leads him.
And good. There's another.
And now he is tied for the second most 40-point games in an NBA season. What a year.
Wow, he has brought it every night, and nobody seems to have the answer for him.
And he's tied with 52 games of 40 points or more. Just saying that out loud, I still don't believe it's been matched, but that's the kind of year he's had.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Denver able to drain the 3. Tipped away. Jokic with the steal. Here's Lee. Oh, jams it right over Valanciunas. Wow.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Jones. Denver getting their last shot to go. They get a hand on it. Here's Lee outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
Gordon's checked in for JaMychal Green. Now here's Jones. He has 6. Back to McCollum. Shot to stop the run. Hits the 3-point bomb. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And that range makes McCollum hard to defend, because if you're too close, you know about his ability to go by you and get to his spots.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And you talk to Murray. He said it was a... What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
From deep. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. 3-pointer. And good, he hits it again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And it's Jones, that time on the assist from Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 assists now tonight. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And, Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Nuggets with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Jokic. Martin comes in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Shots good by Lee.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period. And he continues to stay aggressive.
And another steal for him.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. The pass to Nance. 1:16 left in the third quarter. That's a 2 from Lee. Again, the Nuggets score.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Now here's Graham. 5 points in the game. And Lee with the stuff.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
.52 seconds left to play here in the third. Cousins trying to free himself up. Wasted no time on that one.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Graham gets a wide open look, and the three ball is good. Graham's got 8.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
He gets that one.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now Graham. He's got 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Lee with the steal. Jumps up. And again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Lee with the steal. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Denver on top, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Nuggets shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Austin Rivers, also Green out there, and it's Lee in at the shooting guard position.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Kaji, good.
Yes, sir.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Got a piece of it. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's check. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lee outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists now in the game. 1:29 left in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Matthew.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Ingram with it. He's picked up by Lee. And the dunk by Williamson.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
That's tipped. Here's Lee. Drives to the hoop. Oh, jams it right over Valanciunas. Wow.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And another turnover here by New Orleans. Lee outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Nicola, you stuffed the stat box again. Nobody's surprised now, but does it feel easy for you out there?
I'm just trying to win a game, whatever it's supposed to do. I'm just trying to win a game. If there's a rebound, assist, passing, whatever.
It was all of the above tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.